International GT Feature Race 1 Daytona 2023. In honor of our good friend Mark Matisse, all of the cars in the field are wearing the number 77. Stephen Hammond leading the field to the green flag. 25 cars would take the green flag. We have a green as they speed into Daytona, turn 1. On board with Stephen Hammond. Right behind him is Scott Blinn, followed by David Tuati. Now we're on board with Scott Blinn in the 4.0. As they come around a tricky turn 1-2 section, David Tuati in his 4-point improved. There's our fantastic sponsors with International GT. As a huge field of cars comes through the first horseshoe at Daytona. Back on board with David Tuati with TLM Racing from Miami, Florida, chasing Scott Blinn. This is always a fantastic weekend here with the Audi race group at Daytona International Speedway. Tom Kopczynski in a Cayman 3.8, one of our fastest Caymans in this group. He's got a great front and rear. And then Jared Odrick, second event here with International GT. He first joined us at Virginia International Raceway. These are our onboards. We've got a great array of onboards this weekend as we go back on board with David Tuati at one of the fastest sections of the track, hitting 167, 8, 9, 170, 1, 2, 3, 4, 175, then hard on the brakes for this bus stop chicane as he's trying to catch his teammate, Stephen Hammond there. Equally yoked cars gets around Scott Blinn. Then there's Juan Gonzalez. Juan Gonzalez from Mission Foods. Happy to have him here. We've got a roof camera on Juan Gonzalez's car Amigo. And back on board with Scott Blinn. Sorry about the audio. Didn't get any audio from Scott, so we're using audio from some other cars. Now back on board with David Tuati. He's got Stephen Hammond in his sights. I love that you can see the input on Tuati's steering wheel there. So he shifts down into third, making that apex of turn 2. Stephen Hammond has a good lead over Tuati. Not used to seeing these cars this spread out. Juan Gonzalez followed by John Manship, followed by Craig Conway in that beautiful plaid and green Porsche GT3 Cup. On board with Nathan Bird, 3.8 liter. Nathan Bird following Tom Herb just ahead of him. And then Marcos Vento. Nathan Bird and Marcos Vento have been going back and forth all season long with Lucas Pank. So this should shake out to be a pretty good race between these two 3.8 liters. Can't stress how important it is to get out of turn 6 correctly. Very challenging turn, especially if you have cars in front of you. Many different lines to get up on the apron of the banking. But then this sets you up, and you can see Nathan just falling back a little bit to Thomas Herb there, coming out of turn 6 now into turn 7. And the long straight into 8, 9, 10, 11, or the bus stop as it's called. Looks like Tuati, Hammond, and Blinn have spread out a little bit, but then there comes Juan Gonzalez, Manship, Conway. Good group of cars coming through there in the Porsche GT3 Cup. Back on board with Nathan Bird. Now back into the banking of turn 12, long turn 12. If you listen closely, you can hear these drivers kind of hitting their rev limiter and their chip in the car as we are on board with Jared in 6th gear. Having a great fight with the number 57 Alejandro Pimentel in his 2018 Porsche GT3 Cup. So Juan Gonzalez, Manship, Conway, Pimentel, Odrick, Thomas Herb, Nathan Bird. I love the Porsche at the bottom.